So welcome to the Catch All Podcast, everybody. This is episode 9. Catch All Podcast is the constantly calibrating gaming water cooler, pretty much. We like to share our gaming experiences with you.
What? You like slipped into like it was like this like peppy intro, and then it just slipped into like infomercial like presenting our wares.
I'm just that level of like deranged, exhausted right now.
I appreciate it if it makes you feel any better.
And I immediately thought of Bane from the Nolan film. Sure, you're never true people.
God, it's gonna be one of those, isn't it?
It is. Holy crap! I wrote a lot of notes.
You really wrote a lot of notes, and I'm trying. And you told me to read them and make sure they made sense, and I read them, and I'm like, what?
I mean, spoilers. So we're going to talk about Gears 5, and I have a note that just says meat in capital letters.
Yes, fair enough. But I'm also interested in the meat.
And then writes what before that for Control.
Yeah, your Control note here, yeet with your mind, is probably one of my favorite notes for anything. And it is. I really hope we can convince someone at 505 to put that on a box.
Ooh, let's get Slate. He'll do it.
He might like his job, so probably.
If he likes his job, he would put this on the box.
There you go. That's the PR salesman inside you.
But yeah, so let's do some catch up. We took a week off before PAX because everything was kind of falling. It was getting hectic, and we're all preparing, and I don't know,
it was too weird. Much. It's a Wednesday show. We both left on Thursday. The episode releases on Thursdays. I mean, there was a lot of balls in the air to even remotely try to get that show done and out, so we just decided not to.
But I would say we made up for it, because after we got back from PAX, we did not one, but 2 episodes. One with our PAX kind of like a very condensed everything we like enjoyed at PAX, along with a special episode just talking about what we saw at the Avengers, because we had
essentially we did 2.5 hours worth of episodes post PAX West. And I mean, again, the episode that we did right afterwards, the overview episode, essentially, we did 90 minutes, and I think didn't talk about 6 of the games we played, because it was just like, I literally had to go take care of a family emergency. Like, we were going on for fucking ever. So.
We were. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff we saw there. But, and so we're kind of trying to get back in the form a little bit. This is more kind of a backlog episode, being as we're talking about everything you played leading up to PAX. Well, not at PAX, we kind of covered that, unless we got any honorable mentions. And then, kind of what we've been playing afterwards. Like, what do we play when we get back to our desk? So actually, to start this off, I'm going to go with you, Josh, to talk about something you played more than me.
How dare you?
A little bit. But let's talk about Andy Serkis, the game. Sorry, Ancestors.
Ancestors. I'm like, where are you going with? So Ancestors, I played so just to be clear, I played a lot of this before PAX West, and I have not been able to sink as much time since I've been back. I have been watching a shit ton of streams of it, because I think it's actually now my favorite game to watch people stream. Well, here's why. So the way the game works, for those who don't know about it, it is... God, I don't have the notes for... I forgot to write the little notation in for what studio it is, but Patrice Désilets, who you might know from Assassin's Creed 2, he was pretty much the main lead behind those games, and the Prince of Persia stuff at Ubisoft as well. He left and formed his own studio, and we got Ancestors, which takes you back hundreds of millions of years, and you are early human. You are dropped into this world, and that's it. Like, literally, it absolutely fucking tells you nothing.
This game will not be appreciated at some schools.
Oh, no. Definitely not some southern schools, I imagine. It's probably not going to go over some, and some mid-northern ones as well, perhaps. But, yeah, no, it just drops you into this world. And like the game starts off.
Jeez, I found the developer, but I'm gonna like butcher that name.
Okay, you say it, and then I'll correct you. You also type it somewhere.
Panache Digital Games?
Panache.
Panache! Digital Games.
Panache, says Josh. Hey.
Yeah, but published by the Private Division.
Yeah, but published by the Private Division. So the initial cutscene for the game, it drops you in. You are playing at. You see an older, like, you're not even primate, like you're proto primate, I believe at this point. Let's just call them Monkey Man. You see them get killed.
They're apes, Josh.
Apes. You see your ape boy get murdered the shit out of by a giant eagle of death thing.
Does it just like come and bite off your head?
It kind of so my cutscene stuttered for that. I couldn't tell if it bit. So Charnel thought it bit the head off the guy. I thought it pecked the hole through the head.
Either way, I wanted to stream this again, chance to, but mainly because I just wanted to put the name "Damn Nature, You Scary."
That is the best thing to title it as. Fun note: you can actually come across that corpse later in the game. That corpse is still in that bird's nest. I went to try to examine it, and the bird attacked me, and I did a backflip off of the top of a tree, and that was my first death in the game. But so nice. You're put into this baby ape, and who's terrified, and you via sound have to find the rest of your tribe, and once you do, then the game actually really begins. It took me almost a half an hour in a sleep deprived state because I could not directionally tell where sounds were coming from. My little baby monkey got bitten by 6 snakes, but because it is I'm thinking because it's like the tutorial, what little tutorial there is, that it won't let you die, because I should have fucking died based on what happened, because there's no HUD at that point at all. So yeah, so you do that, and then you can hop between any of your 8 people at will. And and then you explore the world. You pick up items, and by doing certain things, you unlock essentially neurons that you could put skill points into, what amounts to skill points once they're unlocked, just by doing the actions. And like your skill points are like things like the ability to walk upright for 4 seconds, ability to hold something in your non-dominant hand, things like that. Again, this is literally you're evolving a species. And then, that's, you're just kind of exploring the world. One of the coolest things I did in the game was, I was being annoyed, like, by this alligator or crocodile kind of thing that wouldn't let me out of a tree. And I was just having a little difficulty with the parkour, because again, it's a Patrice Désilets game, so there's parkour aspect stuff like from Assassin's Creed and Prince of Persia. But I couldn't get out of this damn tree. So finally I managed to. I ran for it, and what I ended up doing is a boar went to charge me. I aggroed it. It went to charge me, missed me, ran over, got too close to the crocodile, and it actually triggered a cutscene where the crocodile murdered the shit out of the boar. And then that turned out to be like a major evolutionary moment, because there's these major evolutionary moments in the game, like finding specific landmarks and doing certain things, and apparently that was one of them.
It's just like, oh, they'll eat anything.
I kind of, sort of thing. Well, it was just like essentially, I can lure things into things to do things. But things I did in the game, I built like essentially what amounts to a bed with leaves and stuff. You explore the environment, like everything you touch, you have to actually like examine, and then you're
like. If I remember rightly, like you could sniff it. I think you could taste it.
Yep. And then there's also, then you essentially use all 6 of your senses. Again, for anyone who, Assassin's Creed has gotten so far from this, but if you remember the first Assassin's Creed, they didn't refer to it as, your triangle or your Y button or things like that. It was your head button, your left hand button, your right hand button, and your feet button. That's how the original. You're a puppeteer. Yeah, because they was a puppeteer system, so this kind of employs that in a similar kind of way where you switch between your senses as needed to explore the environment. Exploring via sound can tell you when there's hostile creatures nearby, or when there's other apes that you can try to recruit to your tribe in the wilderness. So you can use your senses in different ways. This is that kind of game where I absolutely love this fucking game, and can entirely see why people wouldn't. For instance, just like Patrick Klepek, I know, had some negative thoughts about the game kind of thing, because It just drops you in this world, and there's not necessarily something to do. Your goal is just to survive as a species as long as possible. This might be one of the few games I can refer to as an ultimate sandbox game. You're told nothing, pretty much, go. You're
literally thrown into the wild.
Yeah, I mean, literally. For instance, you can play the game where you're just like... so the only way you can accrue experience is if you have a baby with you. And babies can ride on your back. You can also just control a baby. There's no need to do that, but babies ride on your back. You can have, I believe, later on, 2 babies, one on your back, one on your front. And you could travel with other members of your tribe as well. And so the more babies, the more experience, because again, the younger generation's learning. What it doesn't necessarily tell you, at least not in bold letters, is you should not keep learning stuff, because when you evolve to the next, when you can choose to mate, have a baby, and then take on the next generation. And when you do that, your elderly die, your old become elderly, your babies become adults. And what happens is it doesn't... maybe actually, no, sorry, that's the evolution I'm thinking of. Sorry, I got a little mixed up there. And then the evolution, though, to that next evolutionary, full generation, full jump, your traits may not actually progress unless you hold them. And you only have so many traits you can actually hold. So in other words, staying in one generation for too long has 0 benefit.
Gotcha. So there's no just sitting there grinding out
things
to learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did that for a while and I lost a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's just definitely something that interests me. I really want to get back to it. It's just everything's coming out right now.
It's a busy as hell season right now, and that's where I'm at as well. I loved the game, but again, to be blunt, I am very intimidated by the game. So that's probably,
it is.
It's a very
that's another part too. I think it was too overwhelming for what I wanted at that time.
Yep. I mean, that makes entire sense. But it's so far been fun. I've reached
car alarms on my end.
Okay, I can't hear them at least, so...
Oh, good.
I reached an impasse in the game, though, so I moved onto my first generation. Hey, we got a cool Geekaholics Rico in here. I'm going with the stickers, cool. I think it pops up in stream now. I think I set that up so it should pop up in stream, but hey, whatever. So yeah, I reached an impasse with Ancestors, though, where... Well, how do I describe this? I can't have babies anymore because all of my people are siblings, and apparently the game gives a shit about that. My entire tribe is related.
But I guarantee you they didn't.
I guarantee you they did not, hundreds of millions of years ago. But literally, I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I've got to recruit new people. And it literally took me watching another Mixer streamer stream it to understand how to do that. Because I kept coming across other apes in the game, and I'm just like... What do I do about you? How do I recruit you? But you have to literally watch their body language to tell what they need.
Yeah, you don't want to do that inbreeding. Get an ape coming out with a weird toe,
Yeah, apparently that's a thing. The game it got to the point where I have no more babies.
What did you name your what are they called? Ancestral line or the
Yeah, your
DNA?
ancestral line. I mean, it's me. I went Vicarian. That's what I do for everything.
I was very proud of my picture, though I wasted a joke. Mine was just called Andy Serkis.
I very much appreciate it.
He plays a lot of apes, people.
He's all about them apes, yo. Yeah, so no, that's what I went with. So long story short, I guess this doesn't count as a full review. This just counts as a preview thing. It's kind of like where we got up to a couple weeks ago with Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. I'm desperate to play more of this game, but so I'll have a more full fleshed out review down the line, and yeah.
Yeah, well, speaking of something else that I think both of us will get further into as well, I played a little bit of Control before heading out the PAX. I haven't got too much back into it since then.
Control was something I loved what we saw of at E3 last year, and then I never saw another thing, and I live for people discussing Control on Twitter right now.
I have literally written my notes. It's a Remedy-ass Remedy game. If you're a fan of Remedy games, being, Alan Wake, Max Payne 1 and 2, not 3. That's Rockstar.
I've never played other than I played the demo of Max Payne 1. I've never played a Remedy game other than that.
Quantum Break?
I've never played a Remedy game.
I'm surprised you didn't do Alan Wake.
I've never technically played a horror game in my life, and that looked spooky.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Though
That's the thing
now,
about you.
with everyone losing their shit about the Alan Wake references and Control, I'm realizing I made a huge fucking mistake, so I'm now trying to figure out how the hell to play Alan Wake.
Yeah, I love the reference they're making, which makes sense for these two things to cross. So basically, what Control is, parts in every trailer or anything that's there, you become the director of this bureau, which happens in the literal first few minutes. And this bureau they just investigate the weirdest stuff out there, like these weird they call them objects of power. Like there's a floppy disk that's freaking throwing things around, stuff like that. But yeah, what I mean by a Remedy ass Remedy game, and actually Discret just actually Puppeteer Control better than Quantum Break on steroids. Yeah,
I think he's saying that the Control is Quantum Break on steroids. I don't think better than. It's an arrow.
Oh, it's an arrow. Gotcha. Sorry, I thought
you
it was
are tired. Wow.
Better than Pac-Man eating those things, and then
Yeah, Control is Quantum Break on steroids.
And that's why I bet you kind of feel the DNA for previous Remedy games in here. And what I mean by that too, do you remember back when you'll finally get a PC game ported to console that was clearly a PC game, like Mafia or something like that, and everything like that felt a certain way, like it was made for PC.
Yeah, I get that.
It has that PC move. Control has that though. Control it. I'm gonna say Control a lot. Controls very well with the controller as well. It's just as satisfying to play with a controller as it is with keyboard and mouse. And
I don't know why that broke me.
No, I understand. It broke me. I had to sit there and think about it.
Just you saying controller 4 times in a row and then forgetting it's called a controller because you said control so many times. Just oh my god.
And that's why this game breaks everything. But yeah, it is. It's cool. Basically, you're director of a bureau that just investigates weird shit. The relics or stuff like that have weird power or have caused issues, or you heard it caused an issue. I guess equivalent if you want to put something historical, or by historical, I'm thinking just freaking Indiana Jones crap, or someone searching for the Spear of Destiny, stuff like that. These just objects have weird properties, cause weird things to happen. That's supposed to be the Alan Wake kind of thing. Thinking the book in there was possibly an object of power. They have it's just a weird place. I like this weird sci-fi feel to it. It just very, I don't know what aesthetic it is. 80s, early 90s.
That's the vibe of it is, yeah.
But the building itself is this aggressive deco, just always morphine. Which is called the oldest house, which is just kind of cool to say. But it being Remedy, the storytelling is as you expect in a Remedy game. A lot of inner monologue, which is sometimes cheesy, but cheesy for the sake of being cheesy, and it knows it is. A lot of live action stuff cut into the game, being videos on a TV, or right now you speak to the previous director, and it's actually a live action shot, but kind of silhouetted over the screen. It's hard to explain. But they're always doing stuff like that, Remedy, and they always pull it off pretty cool. Right now, I'm intrigued by it. I need to play more of it. Every time you do get a power though, and this is kind of a Metroidvania feel to it. You feel you make a massive jump in what you can do. You start off simply shooting at enemies, and these enemies are tough for you, and then all of a sudden you get the ability to yeet. And when you yeet, you destroy those previous enemies, but then you come up with shielded enemies that you have to yeet to get their shields off first, and then you can shoot them. And then later on, they get a little tougher, they get a little more accurate, and you get your dash ability, and that just changes the game. So basically, you're unlocking ways to fight your enemies. What started off hard for you at the beginning becomes freaking simple and you destroy later on. So you do get this feeling that you're getting more powerful and stuff like that. Even though the character really never reference it, which is that part started me off too. But that's the whole thing. The whole reason why this character's there is because her brother disappears. She believes is involved with this bureau, and then just weird crap starts happening and never explains anything. about that. Like it never, like the characters never seem shocked about the crap that's just going on right now.
It's just like, oh, this is okay.
But that's also supposed to be the point. That's what this place does to people. Like the abnormal seems normal. But yeah, it's super cool. It definitely has its faults. Like right now, I think the game, I know they're working on it. They're putting out patches. It's probably going to be a different story next week, but it is horribly optimized for every platform. I know PlayStation has its issues. I know Xbox One has its issues. Even though I heard it plays better on the One X for a console experience. PC, it could kill a PC if you really wants to, because it has every ray tracing freaking option you could possibly want. But also, you kind of got to balance it out. I had to play with the options a lot to get like something where like I'm satisfied with how this looks, I'm satisfied how it feels, and how the motion is. So it took some playing around with, and so I know they're working on that right now. I don't want to harp on it too long because again, this is going to be a different story probably next week or so.
Makes sense. I'm excited to check it out. 505 Games actually sent me a code late last night while we were recording the Calibrating podcast. So I'm looking forward to actually getting a chance to go hands on with it sometime, not too distant future.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, we'll talk more about Control later, and I'm probably going to stream it. I'm hoping to stream it tomorrow, but we'll see. Next thing I want to talk about is I have been playing a little bit of Gears 5.
I want to hear about Gears 5 because, again, I've never played a Remedy game. I've technically never played a Gears game because the only time I played Gears was, I think, with you when we lived together. I think
we tried because I always wanted to like get you into it and play with you.
We played the first like level of Gears 1, I think, and then for some reason we stopped and just never went back to it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if you play Gears, like, did you enjoy it when you played Gears 1? Do you remember? Do you like cover-based shooters?
Mass Effect is like my favorite series. Yes, I like cover-based shooters.
Well, cover-based shooters, that's all about flanking and getting those pop shots and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah, that stuff is, that's fine. I actually like that more than I like I don't like necessarily like a first-person shooter that's based all on, just rushing the enemy. I like tactical thinking and stuff. I'm bad at it, but I like it.
Okay, you'll like Gears, any of them, because it's kind of been the same since then.
Yeah, it's been on my list of things. I wanted to, back when 4 was releasing, I wanted to like play through all of them, and I just never got around to it. Now that everything's available Gears-wise on Game Pass, right?
It is on Game Pass. Like, I have, was it Game Pass Ultimate, Game Pass Plus? So I have it loaded both on my Xbox One and PC, and holy crap, this game is super optimized.
Yeah.
Like, it's so smooth on Xbox One. While I'm playing on Xbox One X, it looks great. For PC, they have so many different stuff you can options you can mix and match, and you also have one cool one that is like, okay, what's your maximum frame rate to be? Okay, that's common. It's like, what do you want your minimum frame rate to be? And the game will actually adjust some of those options that you probably will less notice or might turn stuff down that you're not quite seeing right now to help you achieve that. So it does some really cool stuff under the hood. On top of that, accessibility, ton of options.
Well, from what I understand, from what I read, it's like the best reviewed accessibility-wise game ever, from as far as at least mainstream game.
I can say it's up there. Like, I remember we're talking about Avengers and will there be accessibility options, stuff like that too, which I believe they are, because I mean, you asked that question. Plus, I remember how like the last Tomb Raider made so many changes, and not just for accessibility as far as trying to get anybody. Well, no, I mean, I guess that is what accessibility is. For anybody who wants to play the game, they can play the game or try to play the game the best of their abilities and how they want to play the game. Gears is like that too. Like if there's a point where you can do button presses. If you want to, you can change that where you just hold the button. If you are squeamish with the gore, turn the gore off. You can turn the profanity off. And then there's just a ton of different control options. Of course, it's full compatible with letting you remap the Microsoft controller. Which one's that called? Is it just
what?
The accessible controller.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I was like, what are you talking? Yeah, it's shit. We literally saw one every time we went up to the 6th floor, just at the PAX West. I'm blanking.
Oh, yeah, it's just like hidden behind that booth, just a box there.
I was so confused why that was there.
I was like, did they know? Did it fall?
Yosemite Blam is saying in chat, Gears is a ton of fun. Every Gears is on Game Pass. Plus, if you have a 1X, the previous entries look very good. Specifically, Gears 3, highly detailed on 1X. I do have a 1X that I've still never played a game on. Most accessible and maybe best optimized PC game. Really good work by the Coalition. I love Gears 5. Gonna do a second playthrough ASAP.
Yeah, I'm still working through. So full, like where I'm at with it, I played a good bit of campaign, and I'm playing it on Insane, except for 2 chapters where somehow the difficulty dropped, and I thought I was just the most badass person ever. Like, God, Insane's easy. I was like, oh, you're playing on like this second from easy right now. I'm like, oh, gotcha. And then, I did that. I played a little co-op with, call him Cal Buddy Pal, Ryan. And then I, with another friend, I tried the Horde mode, I tried Escape, and I tried some arcade multiplayer. All pretty fun to play. Escape mode, I'm liking it more than I thought I was. Like, I didn't quite get it when they first tried to show it off. But basically, like, yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. You're, the whole premise of it is, you're a character that purposely gets captured, so you can plant a bomb. And your goal is to escape from being brought into the depths of this enemy base after you set off the bomb. So you have to keep moving because it's a gas bomb. That gas will keep taking over the stage. So you can't just sit there and pick fights. You have to go. But you also have no ammo. You just have one pistol and that's it. So you have to pick up your weapons as you go, ammo as you go, scavenge, but keep moving. And your goal is just to escape the place. It's pretty cool. Up to... Actually, I don't even know how many players it's up to. Because the campaign's up to 3. And by 3, it lets you play as 2 characters, depending on what chapter you're playing as, and always the robot. I say the robot because the robot changes. Spoilers.
Okay.
But yeah, playing as the robot being either... I know the second one's Jack. I forget what the other one is. Starts with a D. But...
Dave?
I think it is Dave.
Jesus.
I actually think it is Dave.
I just went for the first D name I could think of.
It changes. It's completely different from playing as a gear. Well, to say that for a human player.
Yosemite Blam confirms Dave and Jack.
You can fetch weapons for your crew. You can buff your crew. Your support for your crew. So it's a cool, different way to play. It's a cool way for somebody who's kind of interested to play with somebody who's playing Gears, but don't want to get into nitty-gritty shooting of it. Somebody who likes to play support classes. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Also, Jack is playable in Horde mode as well. Same options. You can help pick out weapons far away from people, bring them there if they're running out of ammo. Electrocute the enemy, stun them, yada yada yada. Good stuff. Oh yeah, there's definitely some stuff there in the upgrade functions. That's just send me blame to sit in chat. Sorry, I probably should just go by my notes. So it says super optimized
your notes
for the
would
PC.
probably help.
I put crossbones because everybody's freaking out about the PlayStation officially calling the X the cross. They called it that forever in Japan. Why are you surprised now? Anyways.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I mean, the fact of the matter is I still remember seeing it referred to as the cross and remember thinking that was stupid, 20 fucking years ago at this damn point. So it's
it means something in Japan. I get that. So
I get that. Also,
I don't know why it's a big deal now. I guess because Sony officially decided, hey, this is it. Even in America. An
interview. There was a thing posted, and then the PlayStation UK account referred to as that, and this started this whole trend towards people discussing it. I think is what the initial impetus of it was. And somebody made the comment, "Well, an X isn't the shape." It's like, fuck you. I have a shape book for my kid that literally refers to X as a shape. So you know what? It is. Also, call whatever you want. Who cares?
It's a button. It's not going to ruin anything.
It's a fucking button, and it's I get what Sony's trying to say because they want to be different, but you know what? When I'm playing on a PS4 controller, I'm still so used to an Xbox controller that you know what I call the X button? The A button. You know what I call the square button? The X button. Because that's how my brain is wired. When I'm playing a Switch controller, do you know what I call the B button? An A button. It's it's
and that's why I am so bad about playing Switch games.
The confirm button, which for the Switch is supposed to know because that's not the confirm button. But it's yeah, the bottom button on a standard 4-button face thing is A and will always be A to me. I don't give a shit.
Oh, and this is how we do it here at Con Cal. But next part of it is
hey, there was an opportunity to talk about it, and it made no sense waiting until later.
True. Story wise, really compelling, really good. I think it's the best written story in Gears. It's the most fleshed out story in Gears. Like, by the way, going from like Gears 3 to 4, I mean, skip Judgment. Like they're kind of doing a passing of the torch from the old guard to the new guard. And Gears 5 helps you care about that new guard even more. Except for some, you kind of hate them more. But anyways, I'm only at a certain point. Like, I'm midway in the game, so I don't know how that's going to flesh out. But, like, dialogue's super fun. The story's super interesting. Dialogue's funny, too, to the point. Like, just dumb stuff they're saying. Like, there's a point in the game, like, everybody's running, it's frantic, place is blowing up. You get through a door, and one of the guys is like, wait! Dave's back there. They're like, he's a robot. Fucking leave him. He's like, that's not his fault. Stuff like that. So right. I like it. It's good. It gets a nice sense of humor about it, but also like it hits seriousness at points too. And most of it is like it's kind of discovering Kate's origins. She's having some weird things going on. She got implemented into Gears 4. And by the way, if you like haven't played any of the story of Gears, there are 2 videos that will catch you up in the game. One will catch you up from beginning of Gears up to 4, and one's a recap of 4.
Gotcha.
So, like, you can jump right in and watch the videos to be good to go. But yeah, it's just super cool. It's super good. I want to play more of it. It is satisfying as all heck. And, I will... other part I want to talk about. Shout out to them for trying stuff new with this, too. Gears has always been... pretty much, I don't want to say you're running out hallways, but basically, like, it is levels, you fight stuff, you move on area, fight stuff, move on level, fight stuff, move on. They're actually trying some more exploration types, like bigger levels, that actually have, like, ways to travel them. This being a skiff, which has a sail on it, which is actually really cool and fun to control, and where you actually explore more, and you find these sites, and then you top off, and you investigate that, so you might find a power-up there, or something like that, and then you have to investigate more to find a point you have to go to for your story. So it's just cool. I like it.
I mean, sounds. I mean, like everything I've heard about this game is the first time I've truly actually like wanted to play Gears. I've wanted to, but like the first time where I'm just like, I really want to play a fucking Gears game. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. And mentioned the VO though, Sidney Bland voice acting is really great. Yeah, you do have some returning people like John DiMaggio, of course. Got a Rahul Kohli in there, which I love his response to when they announced Batista's going to be in the game, and then Rahul Kohli made his video about him being in the game, which is to say, like, Batista's reveal was actually him, like in this cool Gears armor, turning around, pumping the music. Rahul, like, it's his home video. It's a cardboard cutout of a Gears armor that he can't move around because it's just a box. It's his replica Lancer. He tries to whip out sunglasses but can't because he's wearing a box. It's great. Go check it out. Like, Rahul's awesome.
He's a wonderful human being. Actually, I love everything about the guy. So,
but I say he's the best friend, but he's also a funhouse fuck. Just kidding. I love funhouse too.
Wait, is funhouse fuck their official name for best friends?
Maybe. No, it's because he does a lot of stuff with Funhouse too.
I'm aware. I know.
God, I kind of want to talk about that too. All right, we'll get that another time. Shake up a Funhouse. That's all. Like, nothing bad. Just
shake up a Rooster Teeth in general. There's a lot of comings and goings.
Yeah, and most people kind of like want to do their own thing, stuff like that. I can understand.
Not really this show's topics, though.
No. So moving on. So yeah, overall, Gears, enjoy, recommend it. Want to play more of it. Hoping to beat Insane some point this weekend, because I beat every Gears I played on Insane, because I'm that type of person that's just crazy and likes, to punish myself time to time.
I mean, makes perfect sense to me, honestly.
I would say us playing Insane and Ryan was fucking hilarious. Because the saying, you don't get down. When you die, and that's it. You have to recharge start. When you're playing any other difficulty, if you get hit real bad, unless it's a headshot, you just go down, you can crawl, you can get revived. You can't revive Insane. And we were dying in the dumbest ways possible. To the point, We're having problems getting to the place. Like, Ryan, I got this. I went there, planted a grenade, turned around, did another one, walked back, set off my own grenade, blew myself up. We had to restart. I mean, stuff like that. Or reports like we fought through a great place and then I just did something dumb, like there's a lever hazard and I just like turned around, put a foot in it and died. I'm like, let's do it again. So yeah, it's cool. It's good. Next I want to talk about is I'm still playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance Switch. Like this
why?
Is my comfort game right now.
No, why? Play what makes you happy, but also why?
Because I like it. I'm a Marvel, fan. Well, I'm a superhero fanboy. I love superhero stuff.
Same here.
It comes out like superhero theme, which God, Undefeated. I meant to talk about that. I didn't play it this week. I played a while ago. But that's that weird free demo that they released. It's pretty much your Superman game.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'll get into that later. Not to this episode. But anyways, try it out. It's cool. But yeah, I'm still playing. I'm still I just finished the difficulty you unlock after played it on what was hard, which I have extensive notes. I'm still obsessed. It does it in. I beat the superior difficulty and then unlock the ultimate difficulty.
Jesus.
And after beating Superior, you also unlock another Infinity Trial, which is something.
Omega, Lambda, you have a bunch of different stuff here.
It is Lambda.
Okay.
No. It's Omega.
Yeah, Omega is a higher number, so I'm assuming that's...
Omega's a higher number, yeah. Lambda, along with the Superior difficulty, that's roughly level 40 through 65. Omega is level 60 through 80. So
I burned out in that game around level 40 characters.
God, I still like it. Because I'm trying to unlock everything now. I did a point where I pretty much completed everything I could with the first 3 trials. I completed the last trial to unlock the last character, which you do also have to play through the campaign that matches that difficulty to unlock the different trials. And then same thing with the next one. You get a few trials unlocked at the get-go, and then you have to play through the campaign even more to unlock further more trials. Also, I'm trying to unlock the DLC dropped as well. Well, not the DLC. They call it the update with free DLC. Colossus and Cyclops are now in the game, but you have to unlock them through it. You get a new Infinity Trial, which you have to lock them in that. Luckily, they make them accessible. Cyclops and Colossus level to just unlock them is 23 and 24. But what's annoying is they also put in actual outfits in the game. They call them outfits, not costumes. Because one of my biggest gripes with the game is hey, unlock this outfit. You unlocked it, cool. It's just like a palette swap. Just same outfit, different colors. Granted, they try with it too. Iron Man's will be War Machine colors. Captain Marvel's will be the Kree colors. Spider-Man looks like his Spider-Man armor, the silver and black one.
Okay.
So they try, but it's still just a palette swap of the current skin. So
pretty much.
The one they put out in this update, they put out for Captain Marvel, they put out her Miss Marvel outfit, Black Lady Tar with the mask. They put out Planet Hulk, a Gladiator Hulk. And they put out Symbiote Suit Spider-Man. Problem is, they are hard as crap to get.
So you still have to unlock them?
Yeah, you still have to lock it. Not only unlock them, Hulk's unlock is at level 85. Captain Marvel's is at 90. And then Spider-Man, you have to get all the stars in that trial. Every single one of them. Every trial passed. So I'm at the point now where I'm still playing because, again, this is my comfort food game. Just same thing when I play Dynasty Warriors or Hyrule Warriors or something like that.
Yeah.
Just to mash stuff and not think about it. But I'm at the point now where I either have to super grind or get super nerdy with it and start min-maxing my group, trying to figure out the best group to get, level them up, or just give them cubes, and now start working out my ISO 8s, man. Get to that point where I'm unlocking more, but I'm also at the point now where I have too many ISO 8s. I have to delete some or mix some and some aren't mixing. I don't know. It's a whole thing. Ah, man. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. What have you done to me?
Yosemite Blam said in chat, I was super excited for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, but never jumped in. I responded in the chat, it's honestly probably one of my only purchase regrets so far this year. He responded,
gets better as you go.
I'm making a point. He responded, wow, I had high hopes when it was announced. I think I saw it here when you were streaming the Game Awards. Myself, we could play. The rest of the year is packed. To be clear, my opinions of it, again, you have two completely drastically different opinions of the game here. Justin is a huge fan of it as his comfort food. I just didn't get I don't know what I was looking for that game, but I didn't get it. I also came to a realization after beating 3 that I don't think I was ever that big of a fan of 1 and 2. What I liked about 1 and 2 was playing with Justin and others, because when I played 3 with Justin, I had a blast. So that was essentially how I felt about it. So you have two drastically different opinions. So, somebody's asking, is it like Ultimate Alliance 2? I think we covered that in a previous episode, but it to me was a combination of both 1 and 2, with a skewed closer to 1, I thought.
Yeah, definitely. I 100% agree with that. But it's still, I mean, if you liked any of their Ultimate Alliances, I enjoy just the same. I gotta say, it also rubbed me the wrong way when I first played it. Like, I wasn't feeling it, and I don't know, at some point it clicked on me. I'm like, okay, I like this. It's fine. I'm just running around with superheroes beating the crap out of things. That's all I want.
Makes sense.
Speaking of something else we kind of got polarizing opinions about, we both played Creature in the Well.
Yeah, Creature in the Well is a thing. So Creature in the Well, for those who don't know, I think the term got coined pin brawler. It's a dungeon exploring kind of game, except your combat mechanic is pinball, essentially.
Yeah, control is your hack and slash, but the actually fighting mechanic, or what you do with that, is...
Well, puzzle solving and fighting.
Yeah.
That was a sneeze.
It's never one. It's never just one. But yeah, the puzzle solving is like pinball mechanics. Like, if you like to ricochet balls off of stuff.
Well, that's where the pin brawler terminology comes from. Beautiful art style, gorgeous music kind of game. Been hearing about it from Flight School, and I've been hearing about it for, forever now. And finally got to go hands-on at PAX East, where I had a little bit of difficulty with the game, but it was like one of those things where I'm like, all right, I appreciate this game, and I like what it does, like the puzzles and the mechanics of it, and it's not a particularly long game. So I was like, this is kind of hitting all the notes, and it kind of became my most anticipated game of like the late summer. Mm-hmm. Because again, I'm a huge fan of the two-man team at Flight School. I like both the guys a lot. I've hung out with Adam a bunch of times now, so I was just excited to see this game, and also Pop Agenda, our friends over there, do the PR. So it's just like all these factors combined, which is why I was very disappointed when I finally got to the 50% mark in the game, and I was just like, straight realized I hate the game. And it really, no, like, I can't describe to you how much this bummed me out. Like, I'm just sitting on the couch. Charnel, it's like late at night. Charnel's playing Minecraft with her friend Joe, and I'm just sitting there, and I guess I was just like, every now and again, just getting real. I don't get mad playing video games, to be clear. Mm-hmm. I don't understand a puzzle, or somebody kills me a lot in a first-person shooter or something like that, and I'm for the most part, it's why I don't stream a lot of these kind of games, because I'm not entertaining to watch. I don't explode. I'm just like, shit, kind of response. I was literally, at one point, took my hit switch, I was holding handheld mode, and I'm grabbing it, and I'm holding it, and I'm like pulling backwards on both sides. I think I seriously almost broke the fucking thing in half in anger. I've never broken a controller in my life, because I just got so stuck on this game. And the problem is, I don't feel the game explains stuff very well.
No, that's my problem trying to get into it. Because I was like, cool, that'll be my Plax Flight game. Mm-hmm. I tried it out. I played the beginning of it. And then you get to the point where you actually get to town. I'm like, cool, what do you do next? I hit the desert. A lot of times thinking, I have to find something there. No.
The desert's building. Yeah.
No, I was like, let me go back, I guess, to where I came from? Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, I guess I kind of get it now. This is like your hub. Got in there, got to a point where I died, got thrown back out, went back in, like, where the hell do you heal? Mm-hmm. Shrugged, went back in, died instantly again. Bump. It was a couple days ago that I, talked to Josh. I'm like, Yeah, man, I just keep dying. It's like, oh yeah, there's a pool that heals you at the beginning. I'm like,
well, here's the
where?
thing. I saw somebody complain about that. You're not the only person. I saw somebody directly ask Flight School or Creature in the Wells Twitter about this, and they admitted that. So the way it works is in one of the first level, essentially the first area.
Yeah.
You should it should filter you if you're exploring everything naturally to one of those pools. The problem is a lot of people are somehow missing it because they're maybe not doing everything, they're not solving the puzzles, they're just not coming across it. So if you don't come across that first pool, then you're not going to notice next to the Frog Jr. guy, you're not going to notice that tiny little pool there for healing.
Yeah, which is the problem, because like that pool was after the point where I died and kept dying. Because I think the pool is right before the first, I guess you can call it the boss encounter.
Yeah, so that definitely is the case. And then there's also a pool... And then there's the pool in the main area, which you won't necessarily notice when you're coming back in, because again, the coloration on it blends in unless you know what you're looking for. Because again, the way this game works is all the art style build. It's kind of like it all builds together in this wonderful way. It's kind of reminds you of Moonlighter in that respect. Everything is like this nice, crisp, beautiful thing. Nothing stands out unless you know to look for it almost.
Yeah, and I don't know why, like,
beautiful, but also frustrating if you're not learning the mechanics.
A simple line of dialogue from the frog, because the frog attracts attention. Mm-hmm. I go and talk to the frog. He goes like, oh man, if you want to patch yourself up or get those gears lubed, hit that pool.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, cool. That'd be awesome.
I think they're actually looking in a patch into giving people a more, tightening the leash on that a little bit, that one mechanic.
Yeah. And to be clear, I also played this on, I did mainly play this on Switch. Then I actually went back on PC to see, did I miss something? Because it is on Game Pass, by the way. Mm-hmm. I assume it's on the Xbox one, but it's also on the PC Game Pass side too. So I tried it on PC.
It's on Xbox, yeah.
Yeah. And no, I didn't miss a thing. There was nothing pointing me towards that pool.
Nope.
At all.
Yep, no, there's nothing. But it's not just the pool. Very early in the game, I think the second area you go through, I came across an old core, and it's straight up like as an inventory, like you could fix this and upgrade it more or less. And I was playing through a game. I got like I did more than 50% of the game, and I got to this point where I'm like, okay, I am doing so there's challenges. Some of the challenges in the game, for instance, is hit this bumper, because in pinball, hit this bumper, and then after you hit this bumper, you have to hit this other one, and you have 3 to 5 seconds to hit it. After that one, then this one, 3 to 5 seconds, then this one, and you keep going. But it got to the point that some of the bumpers were taking 2 to 3 hits. How the hell do you hit something? I couldn't understand for the life of me. How do I hit something 2 to 3 times in 3 seconds? It literally was not possible. Like, there's got to be an upgrade. Remembered the core. All I know is I ended up getting really frustrated at one point, and just like decided just to wander around. I accidentally stumbled across the upgrade area. For those looking for it, it's in the town, and I was like, oh, and I had an up core, and they gave me a free one. I'm like, upgrade to level 3, and I'm like, because there's this boss battle I'm stuck in, and I was like, okay, I must be need something. So finally I got this upgrade, and then I got this upgrade, and I went and I just like churned through like 5 different puzzles, and I think so. Before I found the upgrade, I messaged Justin. I'm like, I hate this game. And then I think I messaged him 6 minutes later, found how to upgrade. I actually like it again because I was solving puzzles. So I went back to the boss battle I was having trouble with, which for anyone listening, there's you're trying to defeat the creature in the well kind of thing who's doing something to the town, and may have killed all the bots and stuff like. What's up?
That's also a problem keeping it here too. Like, you really never get explanation of anything going on. Granted, like, not every game needs to be like a narrative thing, but this one tries but doesn't deliver on it from what I hear.
I guess from where I'm at, the little snippets I'm getting from the little terminals and stuff like that has been enough to satiate me at this point. But so the boss battle, it's the creature, every boss battle of every area before you get to a generator thing to turn it on, or obelisk, I'm forgetting the exact term, to turn it back on, before you get to it. The creature pulls you down, and you have to go through a series of things. And for the most part, they're kind of difficult. But there's one where you have to disable 5 of the long bumpers on each side. the creature, instead of firing off stuff at you, is constantly draining the energy you're putting into it. And what you can do is there's a switch where you could switch to have this thing switch between the sides to damage the creature. It's not continuously on, it's only on in fluctuating things. And before I had the upgrade, I literally couldn't damage the bumpers enough. I spent, this is not a joke, almost an hour on this boss battle. And I'm like, I couldn't figure out. Finally got the upgrade, and I thought, now I can do this boss battle. I still cannot damage it enough to outrace the creature. I got it down to, the tactic I was using was switching between both sides rapidly, what I was firing against, to keep him on his toes. And then it got to the point where I'm like, I had one bumper left, and that tactic didn't work anymore.
Yeah, and to be clear, like, the game finally clicked with me. I had the aha moment. I started recognizing, oh, this is how the map works. Oh, this is how the game design works. This is how the levels work. And so actually starting to know how to explore the areas properly, how to find the hidden rooms, where you can find actually upgraded weapons that actually have special abilities. I got one that, I forget, it does something with the charger, but I got the other one that actually will, like, when you get ready to launch them, slows everything down so you can aim it better. It gives you more time to, and then you can let it go off. I know there's, I heard there's one that has kind of like a laser sight to it to show you how it's going to ricochet off the wall.
I have that one, yeah.
There are other stuff to go to. Also, by the way, PC, talking about getting frustrated in some parts of it too, like, there's a place very early on in the game, and I played this far on both PC and Switch, where it is one of those time-based bumper things.
Yeah.
It's the one you kind of got to set up a chain reaction, except I saw a tweet where someone just tried to catch them all and try to hit them back, and he actually did it that way. Actually, obviously, kind of funny, Peer Schneider champion. So, yeah, I was able to do it on Switch after I realized we had to do, because you have to bounce off the first one. You have to cause a train reaction where it just bounce, 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 like, to each one.
Yeah.
Like, you have to hit it just at a right angle to make it, like, go. Like, there's a lot of, if you play pool, too, you probably get a lot of satisfaction from this game.
That sounds like one of the ones I actually was having trouble with.
Yeah. I knows how to do it. I did it fine on Switch. I could not for the life of me do it on PC. It took me so many tries to actually get it to pop off right.
Huh.
I don't know what it was about it. But, by the way,
that's my
also,
issue on Switch. I can't aim on Switch for the life of me. I literally cannot get the balls to go in the direction I think they're going to go. Even with the laser sight one, it's just a problem I keep running into. But
mouse control is interesting.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because I'm not quite sure how it's this. I'm not sure how it's telling, like, which way you want it to point, but it's kind of like there's a dead area, and then whichever way you are with that mouse, like if you're on the right side of it, left side of it, that's the way you're going to go. It feels good. It feels more precise. Like, it controls for me, like, I don't recommend playing it in handheld mode. I recommend a pro controller, or if you're playing on, like, a console controller's fine, or a mouse and keyboard.
I will agree, Pro Controller was a lot easier once I finally switched to that. That was a lot easier. Also
wrote a note, like, graphical difference, there actually is one. The capes are flappy in PC, and I enjoy a good flappy cape.
Flappy cape,
but not
yes.
a big deal. Like, that's the point of this game, and the game's still gorgeous no matter what. But yeah, it
no,
really
the
clicked to me. I'm at the point now where, like, I'm thoroughly enjoying this game. I want to see more of it. I'm about 3 temples in. I beat the first 2.
Okay.
Because, like, it gives you a clear sense of a progression where you're at once you understand everything. Like, it actually shows you, like, kind of like a little scribbling where each temple will be, so you get an idea how many levels they are. The map actually shows you where stuff can branch off to. So I'm starting to, it clicked for me at the point, but I'm also kind of worried, like, I'm seeing the same stuff over again already. And I'm worried about, it's like, I already seen everything this game's going to show me. I'm not sure yet. But either way, it is a good game. It is worth trying, especially if you have Game Pass. Like, download it, try it yourself, see how you feel about it. And I'm super excited what they could do next with this. I love the premise of it. I love the gameplay itself. But
I'd love to see more what they could do with it, without a doubt. Yosemite saying in chat, I'm maybe an hour in, need to play this game more to get a feel for it, but it's definitely unique and the combat seems challenging / puzzling. My issue with the game, and again, this might be just another case of I'm not getting out of it what I expected, and that's where my irksomeness is coming from. But the problem is, in a good puzzle, not even good, in a puzzle game, for me personally, I love those moments where it's like, aha, and you solve it, like in a game like this and something physics-based like this, you get your angle right, and suddenly boom, 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 you knock down all this stuff. Like, I love moments like that, but it's just been a thing for me where even after I solve something, whether it takes me 1 try, whether it takes me 5 tries, whether it takes me 100 tries, I get no satisfaction out of it. I'm like, oh, good, I can move on. And that was when I finally realized, and Charnel just looks at me and she's like, you need to just put this damn game down, because it was just making me angry. And that wasn't doing for me, because again, I think it's a well-made game. I think it's a gorgeous game. I'm not grooving on it, so I may come back to it.
Which I completely understand, sir. Ariel kind of mentioned too. Like, there's points that you get to level, which, by the way, of course, each level is a ricocheting type puzzle or how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Like, you know how to do it. Things just don't click right for some reason. And that part does get frustrating. And
also, I made the mistake of seeing a tweet from our buddy Trevor Starkey, who was just like, loves Creature, and essentially, I'm paraphrasing here, Trevor, but like, it was essentially like, loved it, spent a good 7 hours with it, enjoyed the experience, and then I looked at my, Nintendo Switch doesn't tell you exactly, but I looked at my playtime, and I had over 5 hours, and I was 50% in, and I'm like, I'm doing something wrong at this fucking game that it's taking me this long to get through, and I even stopped trying to solve every puzzle. I started just trying to go to, do the puzzles I can't solve. If it took me more than 10 tries, I moved on, kind of thing. So, because I just decided to assume that I just didn't have the upgrade I needed for stuff. So I want to play more of the game, but yeah, I've just gotten to the point that there's other shit that I'd want to play more that I don't know. I'm disappointed, but I think it's an issue with me more than the game.
Yeah, it could also be just, the game's not hitting you right now.
The game's not hitting me right now.
Which is fine. Maybe if you just don't like the game, it's fine. Everything
it bothers me because I want to be positive about everything, and the game's not letting me.
I know. It makes me angry. I mean, take everything I say with a grain of salt, because Papa Jenna gave me cake. But
you specifically at the Creature in the Wall booth.
Literally, at my appointment that we tried to cancel.
And also keep this in mind, Papa Jenna gave us both of our keys for this game.
That's why we tried to cancel the appointment, because we already had the key, we already had the review copy, we didn't want to take up a slot. But it turned into a birthday party for Belinda, so I was very happy to make that appointment.
Yes, it's a good appointment to have in the end. What else we got?
Do you want to talk about you wrote Minecraft ? You kind of told me a little bit about this. Do you want to go into further, or you want to pass this up?
I'm not going to go any details like deep here, but a friend of ours who we chat with a lot has an idea for a Minecraft thing, and I've had Minecraft on my mind lately. Just watching Charnel play, and just in general, I started watching Achievement Hunters. They did like another round of Sky Factory stuff, and I was obsessed with the first Sky Factory 3 stuff, and Sky Factory 4, I'm absolutely obsessed with watching stuff on it, to the point that I very badly want to play, and even started researching a server. Seriously, if anyone wants to do Sky Factory 4 with me, stream, off stream, I don't care. I'm okay. I'm extremely...
We need to play more stuff in general.
We do, but I'm extremely interested in doing Sky Factory 4 stuff, whether it's on stream, off stream, filming a let's play. I don't give a shit. I'm so in for this. But anyway, the same day that a friend of ours told us about his show idea related to Minecraft, I saw a friend new friend who works for Versus Evil, Amanda Kirby, talking about, I want to play Minecraft with people. Who wants to join? I'm like, sure. And I ended up just hopping to her realm with her, and I just played an hour or so of Minecraft, and then I decided to just hop in. Instead of watching, I've been watching Star Trek Next Generation every night to calm me down before bed, just take the edge off kind of thing after a long day, and I decided to do Minecraft instead, and it literally was the point that I'm watching the Achievement Hunter Let's Play while I am playing Minecraft, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm here again. So I only wanted to just bring it up because that's just the game that keeps coming back for me. And I think for a lot of people, because it's actually been, I don't know if you've noticed. That's your Marvel
Ultimate Alliance 3, I get it.
Not quite.
No, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is unhealthy.
I wonder what my I don't even know what my quote unquote guilty pleasure game is anymore. But now, as a Minecraft is just one of those things where I'm just I even said to Charnel, I'm playing it, and she's like, "Are you making another fucking well basement?" And I'm like, "Yes." It's the same shit I do every goddamn time I play the game.
Every time I play Minecraft, I make a little house to start off with, and then I start mining. And then I make a mine house. And that's just how I play Minecraft all the single time.
My two things I do in Minecraft...
I go into Earth. I never build up. I go below.
I either build this thing where I build a room that's about 6 by 6, and then I go around the outer edge, I go down, and then I turn right, and then I go down, and I turn right, and I just do that until I get to bedrock, and then I hollow out the entire center, fill up the whole center with glass walls, and then I fill that up with lava. The whole way down.
It's something super therapeutic about it. I mean,
no, it's the most therapeutic game unless you're like me and you're 1 o'clock in the morning and you're around the corner and there's 3 Endermen who all blamf away from you at the same time, and then I just alt F4 and literally have not played the game since because it's scary.
That's another part too. Like I can't
spooked.
play in creative mode. I always have to play in survival too.
It's not fun in creative unless you have a very specific project you're doing. There's nothing fun about creative to me at least. But no, so I've been jumping on a Minecraft kick, and I very badly want to do Sky Factory 4 to the point that I was researching server costs.
Minecraft has ray tracing now.
It does. Minecraft RTX. But the thing is, the RTX trailer stuff for Minecraft literally made me go like, okay, why do I want to upgrade my graphics card for fucking Minecraft?
Yeah, I saw Bruce Crane actually streamed it recently where he had like a lot of graphic mods and stuff like that. Minecraft looks great.
Oh, you can make Minecraft look gorgeous if you put the time in. But yeah, so that's the only reason I wanted to bring it up.
Gotcha. That's pretty much covers everything we've been playing up till now since.
For reference, I just for people curious, I have like 7 untouched review codes on my PC / on my Switch that are not a lot. I have a bunch of review codes for games that I've straight up told people like, I want your co-op game because I have an idea for a co-op show I want to do. We're not doing anything with that for a while. Sorry. So I'm not including the stuff allotted to a show that I have in mind. Mm-hmm. Specifically review codes for this show right here. I have 7 on my computer or / Switch / PS4. And I'm like, I made a bad call.
I probably should ask for some because I keep buying games.
Well, three of them are point and click adventure games.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Are my jam. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
totally get you.
I've got those. So I was sent Control, as you know. We talked about that, and then I have 505 Games has another game that I grabbed the review thing for today. For its early access, Re-Legend. It's JRPG meets Stardew Valley, so I picked that up for Charnel and I to do something with.
Oh.
And then there's 1 or 2 other things. Then there's also just these occasional wonderful developers and PR people who just send us codes without being requested, and I'm like, "You're wonderful." It's a good problem to have. Let's just be clear.
It is.
But it's also the case of shit. This is a weekly show, so it's a weekly show that I need to keep playing games for.
Yeah. And
I never gotta find time to play the games.
Yeah, especially with me jumping into VR. I still have some VR games I purchased, haven't really dived into yet, and I want to. I definitely wanted to do a VR show, but we got time, effort.
Well, I mean, we got Zelda coming up soon, also, and it's just like Link's. Yosemite Lunar said Link's Awakening though, Friday after next.
It really is Friday after next too. And then if people want to get into it, Borderlands is this week, which I'm severely on the fence about. We won't get into stuff there.
I have no fucking. I've ranted about this enough already. I'm not ranting about this any fucking more. My simple I've just at this point for me, it's just I've just decided I am just plain not interested in the end.
And it's like, I mean, things aside, but you're not interested in the game. It's just game experiences, period. Just stuff not working out.
Yeah, I know. It's my issues.
For the majority.
Let's just boil down to my issue with behind the scenes political crap aside. The actual game itself just doesn't interest me that much because I played enough Borderlands 1 and 2 to realize that those weren't necessarily my games, and I don't want to go through unless I'm playing with people, and we already talked about this, my schedule for co-op and online gaming is fucked as hell.
It is. Like, it's hard for me to play games with Josh, because I would love to play Borderlands 3 with Josh.
Well, the biggest issue that Justin and I run into is we're 3 hours apart. In about a month, we'll be 2 hours apart, and that legitimately will make it easier.
Yeah. But yeah, also, I'm on the fence about it too, because I know some people are picking it up, but some are doing for Xbox, some are doing PS4. I want to play on PC. I don't have a solid group that it's like, yeah, we're playing it. You want to play with intergroup stuff. So that's why I'm on the fence too. I love the looter shooter that is Borderlands. Like 1 and 2. I want to get 3, but I don't want to get 3 and play it majorly solo. So I don't know.
2 was ultimately not especially fun solo. I did the whole game solo, but it was not that. I mean, it was perfectly cromulent is the best way I could put it. But yeah, the idea of playing 3 solo is just I have zero appeal to that at all.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, I know there's some other stuff coming out soon. I was actually super excited about too, or I forgot what they were. And then, like, I see Astral Chain. I want to get into that, but I don't at the same time. Daemon X Machina just released, which, God, I wanted a mech game forever. But I'm not sure if I want this mech game.
Yeah, that's what I hear from people as well. I'm just at the point, like, I'm just pulling up my Switch now because I'm just like, okay, hold on a second. Let me try to remember. I just picked up Celeste the other day because it was a very cromulent thing to say to somebody. I picked up Celeste just because it's on sale for $9.99 and I've heard good things for fucking ever.
That's why I picked it up when it was on sale. I need to get to it.
I need to as well. I mean, the Super Nintendo Switch Online thing's out, so I could play stuff from there. Mm-hmm. I still have the Dragon Quest XI demo installed. That's,
me too.
10-hour experience that I could hop into. I wouldn't mind playing Church in the Darkness again. This is just the Switch. I haven't played the Messenger DLC yet.
I haven't either. I started. I was like, play this for stream.
I haven't played the Spider-Man DLC. I haven't finished God of War yet. Like, there's just so much shit.
So much
going on around here, and I'm just like, I'm just looking at all these different things, and there's more stuff on the horizon, and gaming gives me fucking anxiety, straight up.
Yes, too. I'm finally getting to the point now where I realize I don't have to go back to that game because I kept wanting to go back to Sekiro.
Yep,
I enjoy it. I like it a lot. It's my vibe, but I either kept getting like, I should be streaming, so I'll stop playing, or I just got to a point where I got to like, I don't want this right now. I just haven't got back to it. I have a lot of games like that in my library too, and also like I got stuff like I actually went down what's in the Game Pass, which mixture if you want to partner with us, I'm gonna blush, just praise Game Pass all there is, anyways. There was so much stuff I just installed, and like one of those being like the Blair Witch is out on Game Pass, both Xbox and PC Game Pass. I want to try that out. I got super excited when I saw a pre-install for, well, it's not quite a pre-install, it's like a pre-registration for Outer Wilds is going to be on Game Pass. Super excited about that.
Blows my mind. Every time you say that, I'm just like, oh shit, right, it is.
So, yeah, it's going to be a thing. So, news! Maybe, I don't know, maybe we should end it here. I said Outer World. Did I say Outer Wilds or World? I meant Worlds, but I probably said Wilds. Also, great game. Also a Game Pass for the Xbox.
It's really fucking hard to say the correct thing straight up.
Yeah. Oh, Sayonara Warhawk's coming out soon, and oh my god, get that.
Too much.
But now there's the Apple Game Store is coming out, which is Sayonara Warhawk's going to be on that. Do I want my Switch?
Well, I have zero fucking interest in that.
I am interested to see what it turns out to be. Even though, like, I don't mobile game is my thing, because I always get distracted when I'm on my phone. Is the main reason why I don't mobile game. It's not because I don't believe they're not games, none of that. Like, actually, I got hooked on Lego Towers for a little bit. There's some I do get hooked on. But, like, I even got, like, Day to Tentacle and Full Throttle, which I always been meaning to play through on there, but I just get too distracted.
Don't ignore the thing I sent you. It's not important.
For when I saw, it kind of is.
No, it's straight up not important at all. It's literally a reminder for myself that I decided to send to you.
Gotcha. But yeah, it's just like I get like every time I'm on my phone, I'm like doing that. It's like, oh, maybe I should be checking Twitter or something like that. Or oh, I should be looking at this. Oh, I should look up for this. So I can never like keep my attention onto a game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm done with mobile games straight. I mean, again, that's bullshit, actually. I'm done with them for now just because I just don't get enough out of the experience. And again, if I'm on my phone, I would rather be doing social media nonsense.
Mm-hmm. And that's probably why I'm starting to gravitate more towards VR, because like you don't have a choice but to be immersed in that game.
No, it makes sense.
Like you put a headset on, everything's blocked out, you're good to go. So yeah, want to get more to that. I'm just rambling because I'm really debating if I want to do news or just end it here. But
you can end it here. I'm fine with that.
I mean, we were going to talk about the KFC is doing a dating sim.
Yeah, KFC's doing a dating sim. As a person who's really into dating sims and visual novels and stuff like that, I have no words. All I did was showed Charnel just the image of the Colonel, And she just her immediate response is, "I need to play this game."
Well, not only that, I think I heard a little bit more about it too. I forget who's making it, but like it's not just that. Like actually, you are a chef going there to learn how to cook. Like do the KFC ritual recipes.
Story.
Yes, and while you're doing this, you just happen to meet people like a hot colonel or a dog that talks. There's a bunch of weird crap in this game, which makes it great. From what I hear, for people who are into dating sims. So yeah, I mean, they're going in. I love the advertisement. Like they're saying it even includes 11 herbs and spices.
I just loved like Burger King 10 years ago did like Sneak King and stuff like that.
Yeah, big bumping.
And now KFC is doing a fucking dating sim. Like the era of corporate mascot.
This is dating sim though. They are doing a proper dating sim.
That's the thing is, it's not just like a half-assed, half put together game. They're actually putting a real game together. Capitalism may not have been a bad thing after all. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
It's
somebody's saying, do we know what platform it's releasing on? I remember the Burger King kart racer thing they did just for 360. Actually, I don't know. I haven't looked enough into it. I think PC is all I saw, but
yeah, I don't know if it's like because I again haven't looked into it. Like if it's going to be a promotion type thing or can you just straight up buy it type thing.
If I have to go into a fucking KFC and buy like a 12-piece or whatever the hell, like
I think it was on
something. If I have to fucking do that, I'm gonna be so goddamn annoyed.
Hold on, doing some live research.
Live research. Oh my god, you said the same thing as me. I can see it being a 10-piece deal or a 12-piece. I picked a random number. I've literally been in a KFC 3 times in my life because my mom developed one of her chemo treatments just made her randomly crave fried chicken, but specific, like a very specific grease level of fried chicken. And we just went to like KFC a bunch of times after chemo treatments, and then I never went again.
Yo, by the way, the name of it is I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating sim.
They knew what they were doing with that goddamn title.
Oh, yes, they do. It's so freaking great.
I saw some tweet that was just like, if I can't like use the oil from the fryer to lubricate myself while I'm playing this game, then what is this game? And I read that tweet and I was just like, and I'm out. That was just too much for me.
Oh my god! I'm watching the trailer.
Oh no. Okay. So yeah,
there is a chef dog. He's just called Best Friend.
I'm out. No, I'm back in.
It actually has a Steam listing. Look for I Love You, Colonel Sanders. You can add it on your wish list, and this is being developed by PsyOp.
This is gonna screw up the stream. I don't care.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Let's see where. How do I? All right. I'm just straight up pulling this up in the goddamn stream. I don't fucking care. Yep.
Do you need a link?
No. I have Steam up. I just display captured the whole entire fucking window.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, this is a goddamn game. I'm still September 24th.
Which that is the planned release date.
That is the planned release date. So, that is a Tuesday if it comes out then. So, I might have to be playing this.
Oh, the dog is also a professor at the KFC school.
All right. Jesus fucking Christ.
Is that a stove with the lab coat? Anyway,
I think I know you wanted to talk about this other thing, but like I think we're both burned out. It was the anniversary of Dreamcast. We have Dreamcast stuff that we kind of want to gush about, and I really want to do a Dreamcast stream. But I was just gonna say, like the VMU is still one of the greatest fucking peripheral random things ever fucking made. And the fact that there has never been another Sonic the Hedgehog game with goddamn Chow Gardens is offensive to me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some people are saying, "Will we ever get a Dreamcast Mini?" Nobody bought the fucking original Dreamcast. They don't think, even though it's become a nostalgia console, they're not gonna ever take a risk with that shit again. They're not. I mean, I'm really
interested in the story of why the Dreamcast failed, like exactly what led to it, because I know a lot of things are happening.
I've read a lot. I mean,
but yeah, the VMU was freaking sweet, even though I'm pretty sure my child's long dead.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I remember, I think like Virtual Tennis actually had, like, while it's on the screen, was also on the VMU. You can literally play that game from the VMU with little stick figures. Mm-hmm. It's the exact same thing. I was like, holy crap.
The Dreamcast itself was revolutionary. The VMU was revolutionary, and that system was just so fucking poorly marketed and released at the worst possible fucking time that they could ever release that game. And essentially, the PlayStation 2 killed it, is what ultimately happened. I loved the system, but I also am not surprised it's gone. And our friend Nathan Brandt, who does the podcast, the New Entertainment System podcast, goes on a lovely Dreamcast rant, I think in episode 4, because one of their prompts was, it's a Dreamcast game. I don't remember for which one it is, but he goes on a very lovely rant about it. And yes, Nathan, if you're listening to this, I also think about the VMU at least once a week for the last 20 fucking years.
Not just the VMU. I mean, like we always say, like Dreamcast ahead of its time. Because it was the first time that's like, back when there were arcades, you go to an arcade and you're like, oh, that looks so much better than what I could play at home. Where to kind of do arcade ports, but they never come out well.
Yep.
Or like an arcade port to Super Nintendo doesn't quite capture what's on the thing. Like the arcade fighting games never kind of, you couldn't capture that on the PlayStation or 64 well. Dreamcast was the first one that it feels like you got that same experience as far as the performance, the visuals. Like you can finally bring that arcade experience into your home.
Absolutely.
And which most of those games were like arcade fighters and stuff like that too.
I need to find my Dreamcast. I don't even care why. I just want it on display.
I have my little Gato, which I can hook it up to. I am tempted to do some streams, man.
The Dreamcast was the only system I ever loaned out to someone, and to this day, I just cannot remember if I got it back.
I actually have my friend's Dreamcast too. It's not yours, but
no, I didn't loan it. I loaned it to my dad's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, gotcha. One of them. Gotcha. But yeah, it was good stuff. It has some pretty awesome titles on it. Power Stone, where are you? Come back. Because they could totally just do, like, they don't need to make Smash. They just need to make a Power Stone game with all the Sega characters in it. And then the Power Stone character. Imagine like a Capcom versus Marvel Power Stone. Come on, so many things you could do with that.
I'm going to double back on Yosemite's question, by the way. And I agree with you on the Power Stone stuff. But I was thinking about Dreamcast Mini. Sega Genesis Mini comes out in a couple weeks. I don't know, maybe if that sells well enough to look into other systems.
I would actually buy a Dreamcast Mini because there's also...
I would. Oh, I want the Genesis Mini. I very badly want the Genesis Mini. It looks so good.
Well, actually, I think the Dreamcast Mini would actually be decent because there's a lot of stuff that they still own the properties to. There's also some stuff they quite lost the licenses to. Main thing being... Crazy Taxi, all the Offspring, which, by the way, oddly enough, the Sega Classic download Nintendo has the original Crazy Taxi music in there. Nobody talks about this. Nobody. It kicks off with, yeah. It's so great. So great. No one knows it's there. Anyways, that's Constantly Calibrating podcast. I'm super distracted because I'm watching...
That's the wrong show you just outroed.
It is. This is a catch-all podcast. That's how tired I am. I am looking at a gif of someone dipping their Palico Monster Hunter into a bath where he should splash it with his little feetsies. It's the best thing I've ever seen. Now I need to play Iceborne.
God, somebody posted... Cass from Evolve PR was posting her first experience with Monster Hunter, and it was the first time... Like, I wanted to play it during the original burst of it, but, like, this was the first time I was just like, God damn, I really want to play Monster Hunter. I just know I shouldn't.
I will be your Monster Hunter Sherpa, my friend. Dan.
Again, Justin, I don't... help me find time to play games.
That is the weird thing about the Monster Hunter, like, Iceborne, though. Like, it's not like, hey, it's an expansion you can just jump right into. No, it's an expansion that you better freaking play the first part of it, be leveled up, because it will destroy you.
Yep.
I heard.
It's an MMO styled expansion. You actually have to be the proper level.
That's the other part too. People are actually calling this expansion. I haven't heard that name in quite some time.
Outside of the Sims games and maybe MMOs, you don't hear the term expansion really.
Yeah,
I was saying like those are the things. The only time you really hear expansion pack anymore. Outro.
There's also some also cool stuff. But yeah, that is the Catch-All Gaming Podcast. What a train wreck this one was.
This was not a train wreck. We have done way more train wrecky things.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I got an outro piece for you before you go into the proper outro. Unless you want me to do the outro. This Saturday,
I don't want to say this outro again. That I still know you're right.
All right, I'll do it. So this Saturday, for those who are interested, Justin and I did officially film our Fire Emblem podcast, which is why we have not been talking Fire Emblem on Catch-All. We have 3 episodes recorded, ready to go, of what we're calling the S-Rank Support Podcast. It is a planned 7-episode series, which we will do more if people like it, talking about our first experience with the Black Eagles playthrough, including information on the game, our experience with the Fire Emblem franchise and whatnot. You can find it right now on iTunes if you look up S-Rank Podcast, S-Rank Support. Yeah, you'll be able to find it with that, probably. You can find it right now. There'll be links in assorted different places. It's currently, if you go to the ConCalPod Twitter, it's one of the main things up there. There is a trailer for it. If you are the kind of person who likes leaving reviews, which we would hope you are, the first 88 days of a podcast, which we are now about a week into this, is the easiest time to get. It's how you get a new and noteworthy. So if we start getting reviews now. If you listen to that trailer now, if you subscribe now, it'll really fucking help out the show and show us that you want to see more of this. The first 2 episodes will be releasing Saturday afternoon, with the 3rd episode releasing the following Saturday, and then every Saturday thereof, as long, at least through at bare minimum of 7 episodes. We have ideas for more, but we want to get through those first. Yeah. So please go listen to that. Would literally mean the world. It'll also end up on youtube.com/concalpod. Regarding this show, if you want to leave a review for this show, go to constantlycalibrating.com/CA iTunes. You find a show, we're not new noteworthy for this show anymore, but reviews still always help. You can find us constantcalibrating.com, I guess. Facebook.com/constantcalibrating. Justin is at Justin_glorious. I am at Bearpunch. Instagram.com/constantcalibrating. I need to write Justin this outro so he can actually do it.
Yeah.
With all the shit to say. And yes, please go check out all the different places you can find this show. I'm going to leave you to do the actual outro statement.
No, don't. Oh, yeah. Wrestle Down's a wub until we catch you next time. It's been a genuine pleasure.